Okay. One more thing, because I've been getting comments galore on the other page. There's something I don't think a lot of people think of, or maybe they do and they just don't, they're just playing in the now. But let's go hypothetical. Trump gets elected again president. But after these 4 years, he can't run anymore. He would have been president for 8 years. Not consecutive. But a president cannot serve more than 10. How they came up with that, I have no idea, but I guess that's in case of a vice president taking over and halfway through. That's the only scenario I see with that. So, Trump wins. Trump presidency goes through for 4 years. He can't run anymore. What then? Do you vote somebody in to revert back to what we're doing now? Because I'm sure the majority of people ain't happy right now. I mean, the approval ratings say it all. 39%. So who's going to step up when Trump is done? If he wins. This is just a hypothetical if he wins and gets another 4 years. No one's thinking that far ahead. I don't think anybody can think that far ahead right now because of all the shit that's going on now and all the distractions. Trials, impeachments, all this shit that's going on, wars. No one's thinking ahead. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, say Trump wins. What happens then? When his 4 years are up, he can no longer run. He's not involved in politics at all. He'll probably go to Mar-a-Lago and just sit there and stew. And probably have to defend himself to more fucking lawsuits or criminal charges or whatever the hell they want to get on him. Or try to, anyway. By the way, if you're watching the parts of the trial where the lawyer came out yesterday and debunked everything that Lieutenant James is trying to get Trump on, she's fiery, boy. But then Lieutenant James comes out, and she really doesn't sound as confident as she once did, especially in the beginning of the trial. It's funny to watch. Just watch her press conference yesterday after everything. And the confidence just isn't there like it was at the beginning of the trial. It's very funny to watch. But that's a whole different thing. I don't get, that whole thing is just a fucking shit show. Fucking dog and pony show. So it doesn't matter what the verdict is. It's going to be appealed. It's going to go on forever. But the main focus is, like I said, Trump wins, just hypothetically. Trump wins, gets in 4 more years. He's done. He can't run anymore. Who in the Republican Party would you think could beat the next Democrat to come up and, who's the next Obama, let's say? Or who's the next, what we need, you can fill in the blank of who's the next Trump or who's the next whatever on the Democratic side. But you can argue the fact that maybe a third party could take over. Highly unlikely, because the two parties in power now are way too powerful to let that happen. It's been tried. See Ross Perot. But Ross Perot was probably the reason why Bush 1 lost. Because he took votes away from Bush 1. Anyway. Like I said, I don't know who the next big Democrat could be. We need another Kennedy. Somebody who's not going to take any shit from either side of the aisle. Who's the next guy? I don't see anybody. DeSantis? Maybe. I sure ain't going to be fat ass Chris Christie. You'd probably be dead by then. Coronary, fat ass, I don't know of anybody else on the Republican side who could actually step up. Just like I don't know anybody on the Democratic side who could step up. That should step up. Not because you want them to. Okay, I see all kinds of AOC for president. AOC can't get out of her own way. So don't even try that. I don't know. It's a very interesting question because if Trump wins, what happens then? What happens after 4 years? Do we revert? Because he's gonna dump everything Biden did. But is he going to revert after Trump is done? Is everything going to revert back to what it is now? It's an interesting question. I'm sure there are people with a much higher pay grade than I have that would have more of a definitive answer of it. Just something to ponder. Y'all have a good day. Booyah.